Wow, dropping these photos and videos in this Coros Nomad app is pretty crazy. So it turns out I just open the app and press the camera button, take a picture, or hold down the camera button. We're taking a video, and yeah, just doing that, it automatically drops the video or picture on the map, which is super cool because I haven't seen the picture video thing being dropped on a location on a map. I think that's new. Whoa! New for the Coros Nomad. I'm sure other watches will copy this feature. I mean, I'm sure it can be done on a phone in the future, but yeah, that syncing with the satellite there, syncing the pictures and videos with the satellite positioning is kind of a cool feature for this kind of thing. So, up we go now on the Landslide Lake Trail. So much fun. So I totally forgot until I sent my friend James Dalk a message. Yeah, I've done this exact trail before, years ago, with a group of people. So, oh, fun to go do again. A lady I'd taught cross-country skiing with, I saw her take pictures of this last week. I thought I should get out here. So nice to be out in trail running again. I gotta say, having the GPS on my phone, seeing where I'm going on the map, like, that gives a lot of confidence. Using all trails to just get the direction where you drive to park to start the thing. Man, that works really well too. So I just feel like between like the All Trails app or other places you could get GPS, and man, using the watch with the maps and being able to see yourself move on the map, like a lot more confidence doing these things. It's a lot less scary to get out and try. I took no pictures or videos when the 5 or 6 of us did this trail years ago, and yeah, I regret not getting pictures. It's a beautiful place. So great to be out trail running again, and I don't know, I guess I'd told myself for a little bit that I'd gotten out of shape or there's too many other things in life, but yeah, I guess I had a week in Victoria, aside from doing some music things, getting out and running a lot, just every day. It's like, you know, I am fit enough, even if I weigh a bit more. Like, I'm 30 pounds over my optimal running weight right now, but screw it. That doesn't have to stop you. You just gotta go. No excuses. Yeah, so I do think the one thing that was different when I did it with, James Dalk and Adrian Dunbar, and I forget who else, we ended up climbing over, it's like a big mountain with a lot of scree. So that's interesting, you know, trying this with the phone and the GPS and the watch and stuff. It's like, well, I know I'm doing the main route, I know it's safe, but I mean, I guess also a consideration, you know, if these watches are becoming more mainstream, you get used to the one route and such, and well, you know, there could be ways of exploring and doing other routes, which, you know, if you don't go with other people or just try things or read a book, you know, you might not get those experiences and only get the limited experience of a GPX trail off something like All Trails or wherever you're looking. So, oops, that video didn't take, I don't think. I'll try that one more time. Yeah, so when I did this run back in the day with James and Adrian, and you know, did that other route there, I brought my military small pack. I was worried of the possibility of getting hungry, and yeah, you don't want to run out of food, but like, you don't need as much as you think. And really, that's the lesson that you get to is, you know, if it doesn't fit in that hydration pack, like, don't bring it. You don't, like 2 liters of water and whatever else fits, it's all you need. If you're that level of fitness, I mean, you should be able to manage up to 60K only with what fits in a reasonably sized hydration pack. Yeah, so the hikers that carry these giant packs, I used to do that, and everything you can take for 5 days on your back and the boots, and then you become a crazy trail runner, and you can do it in 1 day. And it's just, don't carry too much stuff. If you carry a lot of stuff, you have to go slower. And you know, it's cool to camp out places and cool to stay somewhere beautiful and be under the stars at night, but if you want to move fast, or if you've got less time in your life, you know, you only have a day. Like today, I come out to the mountains, come back in 1 day, you know, do a 30K run. You know, you can't squeeze those in if it takes too long. You can't squeeze those in if you're carrying too much stuff. So move faster, see more things. That's a trail running thing. This is a bit I find interesting. I just zoomed out a little bit and I can see it a little bit better on my watch. So thanks to the watch, I realize I'm going in the wrong direction. I mean, not necessarily the wrong direction. If I wanted to go to Pinto Lake, there's a cool trail that way that goes to Pinto Lake. And some of its warnings have been like a little weird, so, you know, it thinks I'm off course a little before I actually am, but this time I'm definitely off course. If I want to go to Landslide Lake, I should have turned left back at this campsite a little while ago. So I did go the wrong way for where I intended to be running today. So since I want to go to Landslide Lake and not Pinto Lake, let's follow this map back the correct way. And wow, here's the use of having a GPS watch when I did not have one in the past. So I had turned back, there's the camp, and well, I came from over there, but I think maybe this is where I'm supposed to go. It kind of looks like this is another trail after walking back a little bit. Let's just try this a little bit and see. This looks close on the GPS. Oh, here we go. Here's the trail. Okay, there was no sign for that. So, yeah, I guess either you know the trail or you've got a GPS watch. Yay! You're going with friends, or you've read a book very carefully. I did not read a book very carefully this time. Yeah, had ran this before, but been so long. So, yeah, that's really cool. So, there we go. GPS watch saving the day. Yeah, I could totally see myself being on an ultra marathon and getting way lost and losing a lot of time. Well, I guess I did do that in the reverse year, just doing one leg 3 of Sinister 7 there, where I did take a wrong turn. And it took me a while to figure out I had taken a wrong turn. So I did finish, but man, it took a lot longer than it needed to. If you're doing that whole race yourself, not just one leg, that could be a thing that means you don't finish. So I could totally see having a watch like this, and this one being my first one, possibly making a difference in some case as to whether you actually finish your ultra marathon. So kind of cool to have the map. Yeah, you know, when I actually did the whole Sinister 7, well, up till leg 5 where I stopped on the second 8. Oh, again there, maybe the video did not go quite as I expected. So take 3, interesting in the Coros app. It's cool that it pins it directly and you don't have to do it later, but maybe sometimes you got to make sure it's actually recording, it actually saves. I don't know, I guess it's newer, and having to hold your finger down to take the video. I wonder if there's like a different setting. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, we're on the right path. This is cool now. I totally think having a GPS watch could be the thing that makes a difference as to whether you finish a really long 100+ K ultra. I mean, I didn't get lost on the ones I've tried, But you know, I did on leg 3 of Sinister 7 when I did it in the 1 year it was in reverse as part of a relay. And you know, it added another couple hours of okay, and I think in the Coros app, maybe these videos can only be like a minute each. I don't know. Yeah, so leg 3, I added a couple extra hours when I was part of this relay when I got lost. And yeah, I can totally see this could make the difference as to whether you finish or don't finish an ultra when you're doing the whole thing by yourself, whether you are able to easily course correct. That was really helpful just there, right off the bat. The one place I could have made a mistake, which I guess I would have. So cool to try this. And the whole watch, I just think it's adding a video game kind of feel, a video game aspect to the trail running, which is kind of cool. Maybe reflect on that in a bit. But yeah, a lot more confidence that I'm not going to get lost or make a mistake. So, well, more confidence with less preparation. I don't know. So hopefully you don't get overconfident. Like, so probably sometime you should read a book or find extra information about your trail, or you know, at the very least, hey, take out that All Trail app or whatever website you're reading off of and, you know, read the description of where you're going. So I could see that maybe because this technology gives you some confidence, it might be easy to be a little bit overconfident. I don't know, something to think about. Yeah, like I think you maybe with this stuff can do things with less preparation, but I don't know, you just got to make sure you're not making a mistake because you could do it with less preparation. Sometimes just thinking about it a little bit more means being intentional stops you from doing dumb things or making dumb mistakes. So, I don't know, something to think about. So, I was roommates with this musician who played a lot of video games. And actually, I was really surprised at how much video games he played. But, you know, okay, that's cool. And he showed me his different games at various points. And one of them that I found interesting was you could be these pedals. And you were, like, flying around in nature. And, like, there's this big open space surrounded by mountains and beautiful trees. And you look around and you see the mountains and you see a few trees in this big open clearing and the sun's setting and oh my goodness, it looks beautiful. And I look at his video game and I think, you know, as someone who's into crazy trail running at that point, his video game looks like my real life. So for me, I just think it's cooler when real life is the video game. Like, I'm playing a version of his video game right now, and this is some of the cool stuff our world can offer. I mean, you can be playing the Trail Runner video game, you can be playing whatever game. I mean, you know, maybe another little consideration there. Like, I loved board games, I loved video games as a kid, and I don't know, partway through my second year of university anyways, I just entirely stopped playing video games. And like, I think when you're an adult, real life can be the game. Like, you know, games are still cool because they can have this escapism bit to them, but I feel like one of the big appeals for games as a kid is that you don't have a lot of control of your life necessarily from parents or schools or whatever. And, you know, and you're learning, and also kids don't want to get hurt or do something harmful to themselves. And, yeah, so I feel like the games as a kid are a simulation. So I still think games can be cool from like a social aspect. Just when you're an adult now, I think you just got to realize, like, you can step outside of the simulation. You can step outside of the matrix you've made for yourself of playing games and staying inside. Like, get out and experience the real world, the real game. Well, you know, unless this whole world's a simulation, and you can talk to scientists about simulation theory, but I don't know. I think, personally, I just want to play the most real version of this game we have. So, do you want to be a level 52 necromancer in World of Warcraft, or do you want to be a level 52 trail runner in real life? Do you want to be a level 63 paladin in your video game, or do you want to be a level 63 musician or entrepreneur, or I don't know, maybe a social relation thing of a husband or wife, or whatever you value. Wow, we're by a creek. This is pretty. Man, there is nothing like being out in nature, getting some exercise on a beautiful day. I could not ask for a more beautiful day. Okay, now I think that's a trail. Oh, I assume that ribbon means it's a trail. Well, if I worry at all, my GPS watch will tell me. But this looks right. Man, wow. You're at places like this and you just think, man, it is so good to be alive. We are so fortunate to be alive. Man, trail running in nature, this is my church. So, wow, so pretty. Now, I have been here once before, and yeah, it's really cool to see again. It's been so long, I actually had forgotten I'd been here before. But yeah, going back to the Coros watch again. Now, I guess it's probably having the GPX file, in this case from All Trails, which I just downloaded for free off their website. And, you know, my watch pops up with a notification. It says riverbed section. So, yeah, that's kind of a cool little bit of this video gamey thing here with the watch. It's like, you have reached this level. You have reached the riverbed section. So, yeah, that's really fascinating. So I had done my first hike at age 19 with buddies in university. We did the West Coast Trail. Well, I guess one was my roommate in university, but myself, him, and the other friend, we're all childhood friends from school back in Grand Prairie. And yeah, going back from just a description in a book with that to, oh, everything's labeled for you and your watch is announcing that you're at this section. It's like, huh, what a different way with the technology to experience trail running or to experience hiking. I mean, to be honest, as I'm going uphill here, I'm mostly hiking. I'll probably run down, but yeah, like, I think, you know, being a little unplugged is probably fun. You know, there definitely is assurance of a direction, though. Like, yeah, you're going the right way, everything's good. Your watch is just announcing the whole way now that everything is good. You're on the right path. Different way to experience it. So here we are, a little campsite. We're still on our way up. We're about 12 kilometers in. I finally realized that each time I've done a kilometer, it's telling me we're on a new lap. So 1 lap equals 1 kilometer, apparently, with my phone. So yeah, that makes it a fun part of the game, I guess. And yeah, announcing things like the riverbed side, I just feel like it's like text popping across the screen in a video game. Like, where are we in this fantasy world? Oh, look, there's some narration or information text telling us about this world, about this level. So, we are still hiking up. More walking at this point, probably running on the way down. So this is a really funny sign. So I did decide I was going to Landslide Lake. Okay, Landslide Lake is up there. Okay, that was the plan. Hey, look, just on the other side. Oh, Lake of the Falls. Okay, so easy to misinterpret that sign. Lake of the Falls is across the bridge. Maybe I'll do that another day. The plan today was Landslide Lake. So yeah, really cool having the watch just give this information. Let's see if I can hold the button there. Okay. Will it focus? Oh, hard to see. There we go. But going up to that, it said, oh, there's a bridge split. So bridge split, what does that mean? I don't know. Well, this was really cool with the watch. It wasn't clear from the reviews whether you would get a buzz and feel something. I guess sometimes they use the word haptics. Actually, the Coros advertising didn't say anything about haptics. I saw that word used in Garmin, so the buzzing, the being able to feel something. But in fact, not only is the watch beeping, making a sound telling you a turn is coming up, you're getting close, using the All Trails map there. It also was buzzing, so you can feel it and see it. So, well, sorry, feel it, see it, hear it. See the arrows on the watch, hear a beep, feel a buzz. So I was not sure if I was going to get that feeling, but yes, indeed, you do get that feeling. So that's kind of cool in the navigation. And here is Landslide Lake. Wow, this is pretty. I could probably go down a little further. However, I should probably turn around at this time. So this took me a little bit longer than I imagined. It's a little bit further than I've imagined. Let's see here. I think we're like 16.8 kilometers. I'll have to double check that. I kind of thought it was like 15. Okay, so just a touch more. There's a bunch of climbing. Anyways, it's taken us about 4 hours to get here. And yeah, there's a lot of like climb walking, not as much running as it could have been, but I think I have 2.5 hours before the sun goes down, if the watch is correct. So I have to move faster on the way back. 16.89 kilometers at this point. So, you know, if I turn back and I'm just shy of 34, that's probably okay. Like, it'd be good to, I know there's just a little bit more trail it says you can go to, but I don't think we're gonna see that much more with the lake there. So turn around again. Yeah, really beautiful. I'm sure it would be great to camp somewhere along here. And camping at lakes like this on the mountain is so amazing. But you know, 2.5 hours to get back before sunset, I should probably boot it. Well, I think we're going to be quite a bit faster on the way down, which is good because we want to make it before the sun. But also, you know, you still can't completely all out run because there's a lot of fallen trees here. So anyways, downhill is easier than up though. So here we go. Nature is beautiful. Wow. Okay. We're off the screen now, and I think we can kind of run a little more in a straightforward way again. Yeah, the rocks are just too rocky, too bumpy, too many roots. It's kind of difficult to run, but it looks like we can run again, so that's cool. So, I had recently really got into Duolingo, and I learned a surprising amount of Spanish fast. And I'm just thinking about, you know, the various rewards they've got, the various ways of trying to gamify and encourage you. And, you know, you get an exercise right and go ba-ding, and it's like yes, and the characters react in a positive way, and you know, so there's some sort of like I don't know, reward sound or system or something. And, you know, I'm realizing like this watch is kind of doing that, gamifying that in this way. So it's like, hey, I just finished 23 kilometers, or rather lap 23. It says lap 23, I don't know. So it makes a little ding and a buzz. So yeah, here's the reward, going up in levels. So for a little bit here, I'd been feeling a bit kind of blah on my running, and you know, I had been really fast at one point. You know, I've ran a sub 3-hour marathon, and I finished the death race, and over the recent years I've lost a lot of that fitness, or you know, again, not watching my diet. So you know, maybe it comes in cycles, but bits of that and bits of just like trying to be a lot of different people and juggle stressors and step into different roles with some temporary teaching things, but like also try and hustle so many gigs as a musician and just trying to do everything. And it's like, you know, nobody pays me to run, but you know, I've stepped back from a full-time contract for the moment, and yeah, we'll see. I mean, I know other people can balance, some superhumans can balance all the things. So I find it's like a little bit easy to be disappointed in yourself when you can't be, well, really just all the versions of yourself you have been that you felt proud of at the same time. Like if you've been too many people, maybe it's too much to do it all at the same time, or maybe, I don't know, you just don't know how to balance it all, or I don't know, there's probably seasons for things, and there's probably ways to optimize to make some things easier. I don't know if there's a perfect answer. I think we all just kind of have to be kind to ourselves and say, hey, I'm making progress on these things, this area of my life. But yeah, I had felt like recently I have not been where I've wanted to be with running. Like in the past, I was a really good runner. Yeah, so when you have been really fast, it's kind of disappointing when you're not. And I don't know, I think some of the things that could be the most stressful, I'm able to take a step back from in my life and balance things in a different way. But yeah, it's been sort of this question like, what would I have to do to be the runner I was, or be doing the crazy things I've done? Or, you know, like I finished the death race, and it'd be really awesome if I could finish Sin 7. Like I love that race. I don't know, I nearly did, but man, that would take a lot of training, and I don't know, or just how do I make running fun? Like what's motivating me to get out there and like, gee, I learned a whole lot of Spanish really, really quick. What's going to motivate me to get running like that? And maybe, you know, maybe I got to take a step back from the intensity I was doing Spanish on Duolingo. Anyways, I'm hoping this watch is a thing that motivates me. I look down and I see this beautiful watch on my wrist, and I think, why am I not running? Look at this beautiful thing. It needs to be GPS mapping some trails, and like, look at all the adventures I could be going on. This thing is begging me to take it on adventures. Yeah, and I had a high school gym teacher, and he said that like the best exercise is the exercise you'll do. I remember that from my grade 10 gym teacher, and it's just like, you know, how do you make it fun? And I think once you've gone through a series of steps, like, you know, if you're doing the same thing over and over again, maybe it's not fun anymore. So how do you make it fun again? How do you like step back at it, or take another way? You don't want to be just repeating yourself in life, going in circles. Like, you want to be doing new things. And I think this watch, when I look at, you know, the GPS mapping and just like how I can look up trails, well, with something like All Trails or other places, and you know, and then just add them to my collection. And then, you know, in the Coros app there, just kind of look at the the 3D maps of this. So I think it's really cool. You can zoom in and scroll through the 3D maps and like, you know, and then track your adventure and gamify your adventure and, you know, feel more comfortable just going out, that you're not going to make some wrong turns because you've already got the map and it's buzzing for you. So it's been a good first day out with my Coros Nomad watch, and yeah, it's been a lot of fun. And you know, the mapping and the gamification and the security with it, like, does it make trail running more fun? Does it make trail running more accessible? Well, you can track a lot of other exercises too, which is fun. And yeah, just it seems like from this go here right now, like today, I think it's going to make it more fun for me, and I hope it's just a way to keep exercise and fitness and health a game. And I mean, there's a little bit of a cost to that, not as much as some other watches, but like still a bit. And I don't know, how much is your health worth? And you know, if you don't have your health, you don't have anything. You know, I think about some of the runs I did, for example, in Sayulita, Mexico in January, and like, I do think it's fun to kind of just let yourself get lost and not know where you're going. And you know, you can probably always choose to not have a map turned on, or just record where you're going but not, you know, have a preset destination. And yeah, but at the same time, I also think like probably a lot of those trails could have been found more easily if I had the map. And yeah, depending on which run and where and when, and like, you know, maybe it would have been nice, and maybe it would have been fun and felt safer in some ways if I had been able to just look down at my watch and know where I was going. Ah, well, I think we're at level 24. Yeah, like, I have a lot of fond memories over the years of just letting myself get lost in places and finding my way back, and so many good stories. I don't know. I guess a sort of safer, can't get lost thing, like, might eliminate some of the stories. It might eliminate some of the worries. So I don't know. It's a good day to run. I felt more motivated to do it having this watch, having the GPX, just not being able to, not hesitating about things that could have worried me. So it took away a few worries. So I don't know if I would have driven to Nordegg and back from Edmonton in one day when I'm going to work the next day if I didn't have this watch right now. So I don't know, I guess I've done things like that in the past. I've always enjoyed the calm on the trail as night is setting in. I think we got a little over 7K to go, and yeah, just counting down our return. What a beautiful day. What a beautiful evening. I am so thankful for our beautiful world, for nature, for health, to be able to do this. So, we're about 28.5 kilometers. The sun is setting. I think around 33 we'll be back. Possibly 34. I should be 33. So, yeah. It's cool being able to see Abraham Lake way over there. Such a beautiful lake. Such a beautiful place. Okay, finishing it up as the sun is setting. What a beautiful night. Down we go. Whoa. Probably, I don't know, slightly risky to film while running. This does have some scree. Maybe I should take my poles out. Yep, take the poles out.